Good morning and welcome to Gentle Yoga with Tanya. I'm Tanya. Thank you so much for joining me here today. A few things before we begin our practice. It is gentle yoga, so please keep that in mind as you're going through all of our poses and our breath work. And if something feels like it's not right for you in this moment today, it's okay to step back or change how you're doing it. And I'll offer some alternatives when possible. And also, if you would like to have a little bit of an extra boost as we're doing our floor work, you can have a little folded blanket or a small pillow, just a little something to put your hips in a really nice, cozy position there if you need it. We're also going to be going to standing poses at a certain point, so if you need a little extra assistance transitioning from seated to standing, please make sure you have blocks or a wall or a chair or something nearby to help with that. So let's take a moment here and just take a breath in and out. And as you're breathing in again and out, notice that gentle movement of your stomach in and out. So let's place a hand on your heart. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, if it's okay for you, just let your chin drop to your chest. And just continue a nice, steady breathing pattern here. Inhale and exhale. Breathing in through your nose and breathing out through your mouth. And as you're noticing the breath, you may also notice a nice little gentle stretch here in the back of your neck. Nothing grand, just subtle. And give yourself a moment here to think about your intention for class today. Something to inspire your movements, something to give you a goal for how you want to feel or what you want to be thinking about at the end of practice. Just something that's going to inform your movements and inform your thoughts as we go through our time here together today. Breathing in and out. The word I'm using for my practice here today is patience. As I take my breaths and I do my poses, I really want to remind myself to be patient and just let the pose happen. But also how I process what I'm doing here and then what I'll do after class. Hopefully with patience. Noticing a few more breaths here, in and out, nice and steady. And on your next inhale, just let your chin come up. Let's bring some warmth to our hands. And then just do little gentle squeezes, pulses, starting at the base of your skull and working your way down to the tops of your shoulders. Just very light, less than you think. It's not a deep tissue massage here, friends, just a little awakening pulse that we're providing. Very easy. Nice. Just let that go. We're going to do some pinky breaths. So match your pinkies up. We're going to inhale your arms up over your head. Inhale. Shoulders down and separated, teeth unclenched. And as you exhale, let your fingertips just very lightly come forward to your collarbone. 2 more times. And if that full extension is not your thing today, just go as far as you're comfortable, okay? But if you can go all the way up with me, let's do it. Inhale. Releasing all that excess hair. On the exhale, last time, inhale. And exhale. Very nice. So let's take our massage again and we're going to do one hand at a time. I'm reaching back as far as I'm comfortable. Getting that back shoulder blade area, the muscles surrounding back there. Working my way gently forward, adjusting the back of my neck, backs of my shoulders, all these places where we tend to carry our tension and hold our stress. Just go ahead and very lightly squeeze and release. Around the shoulder, just saying it's okay. It's okay. And let's go to the other side. And you may notice that one side feels a little tighter than the other. And just be gentle and breathe. It's very easy. Squeeze and release what feels right for you. Going back only as far as you can. Very nice. So we're going to do a little bit of a twisting breath here. So I'm going to inhale, fingertips on your shoulders. And we'll take it nice and slow at first, and then we're going to build a little bit. So let's inhale and turn to the right. I'm not going to mirror you on this. So we're going to inhale to the right, and then exhale to the left. So inhale, go right. Exhale, go left. Inhale, right. Exhale, left. I'm going to go a little faster. One more. And then back to center. Nice. So from here, we're just going to do alternate shoulders. Inhale, right. Exhale, left. Right. Left. A little faster if you can. Good job. Rolling the shoulders back. And now we're just going to do both shoulders. This time we're going to take it nice and slow. We're just going to inhale the shoulders towards your ears and then exhale with a loud sigh. So let's breathe in and release. A couple more times there. Breathing in and release. One more time, the best you can do. Nice full inhale, breathing in. And release. Very nice. Let's warm up our neck area a little bit, and we're just gonna, as we gently breathe in and out, just gonna very gently roll. And I'm not gonna roll my head back. I'm just gonna keep my head neutral when I get to the center. Breathing nice and steady. Inhale and exhale. And let's switch directions. Very nice. Okay. Belly circles. So we're going to inhale forward and exhale towards the back. So inhale forward, exhale towards the back. I'm just really releasing, preparing, and awakening. And let's switch directions. So exhale and inhale. One more time around. Very nice. So let's come into table. We are going to do cat-cow. If your wrists are talking to you a little bit today and you don't want to put that pressure using your hands in table, you can do cat-cow in this seated position as well. And that's just exhaling here and inhaling forward. Exhaling here, inhaling forward. Okay, so if you're joining me in table, let's do that. If you're staying here for cat-cow, go ahead and do that. So position note here, you just want to make sure that your shoulders are above your wrists, your hip is above your knee, and you want to give yourself a nice wide base with your palm here. And my chin is just in a neutral position for right now. We're just going to exhale. Inhale all the way through it. Chin up. And then exhale. And then inhale. And really make the most of these breaths. By that I mean there's no rush. we're here. Let's just enjoy how great this feels on our lower back. Inhale. And just take your time. Let's do one more. And exhale, nice and slow. Really squeezing that abdomen, releasing the last of the air. And then inhale to neutral. And then as you exhale, just peek over your left shoulder. And then inhale, center. And then just peek over your right shoulder. Inhale, center. Exhale, left. Inhale, center. Exhale, right. And then inhale, center. Very nice. Let's sit back for a second and just give a little circle action here to our wrists. You may hear some cracks. Releasing the fluid here, synovial fluid, getting some lubrication so we can avoid those cracks. Cracks are fine as long as they're not accompanied by pain. If they're accompanied by pain, you definitely want to stop the motion. Okay, little jazz fingers here. Whee! Blinking lights. Give a little shake. And I'm going to put my knees out a bit wider. A little bit of more of a frog pose here, but you can definitely keep them in if that feels better for you. We're just going to go down into a nice stretch here. Forehead on the mat and arms out in front. You can engage them and stretch them farther, or you can just kind of keep them relaxed here at your forehead or even on your lower back to monitor your breath. Whatever feels best for you. Just breathe here. One more breath here. And on your next inhale, just very slowly come back up to a seated position. Let your neck be the last thing to rise up. Avoid that head rush that can come from rising too early. Reset those shoulders. Very nice. So let's do a little lunge work here. I think that's going to be good for us today. So we're going to just come forward here like you're going to go into table. And then taking your right leg, you're just going to step your feet through your hands. And you want to think about your knee. You want to just make sure it's over your ankle. So this back leg can scoot out a little bit so you're more in a lunge. And for your hands, you can keep them here and look forward. Or you can come up a little bit here. Or if you really want, you can go over your head. We're just going to breathe here for a couple of breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more. Inhale. And this time as you exhale, let's bring your hands to your heart center. One breath here. And then we are going to do a little bit of a twist. So you can either just put your hands on your leg and twist to your right this way, or you can take your hands still in prayer pose, let your elbow come to your knee, and twist this way. Whichever feels better for you, you're getting a really nice twist either way. And then just breathe here. Very nice. One more breath. And on your next exhale, just release, hands down to the mat. And then, I didn't want to do that. So from here, with your knee bent, we're going to just do a little stretch right here if it's okay for you. If you don't want to do this stretch, it's totally fine. Just go back to our seated kneeling position and we'll transition in a moment. But if you want to, you can just lean back, let this right leg stretch out, and you'll feel this really lovely. It's one of my favorites. Really nice hamstring stretch here, and you can also flex your foot a little bit and really make that feel so nice. Just breathing here just for a moment. And then let's bend that knee again. And then just come back here. Let's just go down into child's pose for a moment and just take our breath. Just for a couple breaths here, just to reset. One more breath here. And on your next inhale, just again, slowly come up. And let's do the other side. So come back into table. Back into table we go-ish. And then we're going to use your left leg, so bring that left leg forward. Okay? And then find your space, find what feels good for you, and you can adjust to where it feels right for you. And then if you want to keep your hands on the mat for this and just look forward, you can. If you want, and you're able to, you can come up here a little bit. And then if you're, make sure your feet are aligned. If you want to come all the way up to a nice arm overhead, you can add that as well. So just choose whichever one of those options feels like the right one for you for this side. And it may be different than what you did on the other side, and that's absolutely fine. It's your stretch. You should feel it. Really nice stretch here along that right leg. Breathing here. Nice and strong. One more stretch. And if this doesn't feel okay on your knees, if you're starting to feel a little bit, you can always use that handy dandy towel or a blanket that we talked about in the beginning and have that under there to give you a little extra cushion if you need it. So on your next exhale, you're going to bring your hands to your heart center. And from here, we're going to twist. So again, like last time, you can just put your hands on your thigh and just twist a little here. Or you can keep your hands in prayer pose. Put your right elbow on your knee and twist here. Whatever works for you. As long as you're breathing. One more breath here. And on your exhale, undo the twist and then release your hands down to the mat. And then again, if you want to, you can either just go back into our kneeling pose, or you can join me for a nice little stretch here, just straightening that leg out, leaning back a little bit. Just a little. Very nice. And then go ahead and release that. And let's just one more pose here, catching your breath, letting your body reset before we go into our standing poses. So on your next inhale, just come on up nice and slow again. And this time we are going to transition to standing, so whatever way works for you. If you want to do a downward facing dog and step through and come up, go for it. If you want to just come forward and step in a nice, just little movement here, just to make sure that whatever you're choosing, as you inhale up, you're just unwinding your spine and letting your neck be the last thing to come up nice and straight and tall. Ta-da. So here, let's just take a moment in mountain pose. You can put your feet together for this. If that feels a little unsteady for you today, just go ahead and open a little bit more. That's totally fine. I'm just going to close my eyes, think about my knees, make sure they're nice and soft, they're not locked. And then just really starting from my toes, just feeling that firmness as they're planted in the ground and noticing the toes on each side of my foot, each side of my heel, and just how that whole sensation feels. And then work my way up my body, noticing my knees. Are they soft? Are they locked? Noticing my thighs, noticing my belly. Is it moving steadily with my breath? Noticing my heartbeat. Is it beating faster than when we were doing our breaths at the very beginning of our prep class here? Just noticing my teeth. Are they unclenched? And then just very slowly opening your eyes. Widen your stance a little bit, and we're just going to twist. You can do nice soft twists here, keeping those knees bent, or you can go a little bit deeper. Looking down at the floor, checking out that opposite heel. Just opening things up a little bit here. Beautiful. Let's stop that motion. And now I'm going to turn to the side so we can do this together, but we're going to step your right foot forward, left foot back just a little bit. My knees are bent. I'm going to put my right hand on my hip, my left hand on my waist, and I'm going to let this right hand guide the motion of my hips. Just breathing as I do, just making really small circles to start with. And your stance can be, mine's kind of moderate. You can go bigger if you want. You can go closer if you want. Just whatever's going to help you get the best movement for your body today for this. Breathing here. This is one where sometimes I'm holding my breath because I'm thinking so much about the motion that I forget to breathe in and out in a nice steady way. So let's stop that motion and switch directions. And again, you can make this small It can just be right here. Or you can go a little bigger if you're feeling it. If you're feeling it, do it. Very nice. Couple more times around, then we'll stop the motion. And switch. So I will say, if for today your hips are just like, if this is not your thing, you're like, I am not rotating my hips, Tanya. That is not cool for me. Don't worry about it. You can, when we do our left leg, you can go back into mountain pose, or if you have a wall nearby, you can do a nice little stretch along here, just placing your toes on the wall. And right there, so that if you are just not going to do the hip with me today, that's totally fine. Whatever works for you. Okay, so if you are doing the hips with me, left foot forward, right foot back, left hand on your hips, right hand on your waist, and just let that hand guide your movement. Breathing nice and steady. Just rotating those hips. Just getting a little activation here. Let's stop that motion and switch directions. Just really notice how your hips feel when you do this. Are they super duper tight? Have they gotten a little looser since we started this? Did they tighten up when we started this? Just take a notice. Breathing as you go. One more time around. Very nice. So bringing your feet together, I'm just going to take your hands in the number 4. We're just going to do a little light brush right along the turn, so you can see just right along the back side here. It's very gentle. It's lighter than you think. And this is one I use if I'm having one of those days and just everything is feeling sort of stressed and tight and just standing wherever you are, if you're in the line, the grocery store, or just walking around your neighborhood. Just a really calming effect. Does some other stuff too, but very nice. And just take that moment there. Beautiful. All right, let's take a nice deep inhale up. Exhale down. Do that again. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up one more time. And this time, drop your right hand to your hip and just lean to the right. And then you can release the hand. Get a nice side stretch here. You can look towards your underarm if it's okay for you. Notice if you're sinking a little bit deeper into that right side. One more breath. And on your next exhale, just release. Very nice. Inhale up. This time, take your left hand, put it on your hip, and lean to the left. And again, you can look at your underarm. You want to think about your knees. You want to make sure they're not locked. Your hand is relaxed. Shoulders are back. And you're just breathing. Really feel that nice stretch right along here as you do. And you can release that left hand. Very nice. One more breath here. And as you exhale, release. Good. You can shake it out a little. You may feel a little bit of tingling through the arms. So let's take a little bit of a wider stance. We're going to do a little bit of a warrior sequence here. So we're going to start with warrior 2. And then we're going to do something a little different than we did if you were with me the last several weeks. A little something added for our arms. And then we'll go into peaceful warrior and then another little side stretch, okay? So from here, let's turn your left foot in, right feet pointing out. And again, this is, it's important that you find what's comfortable and works for you. So if turning your left foot, there I go, making up words again. Turning your back foot too much does not feel good, then just turn it a little bit. It's okay. Just do what works for you as you're in this pose. And if you need to do a little bit of a bend, please do a little bit of a bend. It's okay. Do what makes this pose safe for you. Okay? So, wrinkles in the mat do not make this pose safe. So let's take an inhale and straighten that right knee. And then as you exhale, bend it. And I want you to notice where it is. So make sure that it's over your ankle. You can still say hi to your toes there if you're looking over, okay? You want to avoid that sinking in like this, that turning of the knee. You definitely want to avoid that, okay? So let's inhale and straighten. Exhale and bend. One more time. And you can adjust. That's what this is for. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend, find your stretch here. And then inhale, arms up, looking out over those fingertips, breathing here. And on your next inhale, we're going to turn our arms up. Exhale here. And as you inhale, I want you to bring your arms up, straighten your leg, and come to the front. Here's our little different thing, right? So then we're going to exhale, looking over your hand, bend that knee, inhale, straighten and come forward. Exhale here. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale. One more time. Exhale. Very nice. Hold here for a couple breaths. And then let's bring it in your next inhale into a peaceful warrior. Nice and easy. One more breath here. And on your next exhale, we're going to bring your forearm to your thigh, making sure that your hips are forward but not leaning, right? We want that nice open chest and stretching your arm over if you can. And you can look up here. You can keep your hand on your hip if that's easier for you. And if this is tricky for your neck, you can always look down. Whatever suits you in this moment. Breathing here. Reaching with that upper arm, really feeling that beautiful stretch, feeling the strength in your legs, tucking your tailbone under. So much to do. Breathing here. And on your next inhale, bring it up and release. Just kind of work it out a little bit. That was nice. All right, take it to the other side. So let's turn that right leg in, left leg out. And let's just breathe here. And as you inhale, bend the knee, find your position, and trying to keep that knee over your heel, or your ankle. Making sure you can see those beautiful toes. Breathing in, straighten. Breathing out, bend, finding your position, finding what feels good for you, checking that back foot, bending the knee if you need to. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend, arms up, looking out over your fingertips, tailbone tucked under, and breathe. Thinking of how strong you feel in this moment. Building a strength in your legs, in your body, in your mind, and just breathing here. Remembering to be patient as you find this position. And on your next inhale, palms up. And then on your next inhale, we're going to inhale up, straighten, exhale down. Inhale up, exhale down. Inhale up, exhale down. One more, inhale up, exhale down. This time on your next inhale, let's go into a little bit of a peace here. Peace and patience. Nice and easy. And on your next exhale, transitioning to our side stretch. So letting that forearm come to your thigh, letting that upper arm come all the way over, really thinking about having a nice open chest here. You want to avoid this action, so keep everything nice and open. Stretching, and if it's okay for you, looking up towards your arm or towards the ceiling. But if you do start to feel some discomfort or pain here, release and look down. That's okay too. Nice steady breaths, feeling that beautiful stretch as you're elongating. One more breath here. And a nice deep inhale. And release. Very nice. Walk it in. Oh, that was my ankle. Let's roll our ankles. Let's bring a little movement to our ankles here. Rolling here, rolling here. I don't know if you guys could hear that, but there were two. My ankles are saying hi. Very nice. Let's walk up on our feet a little bit. Just alternating, just walking in place. Breathing as you do. Let's up on our toes and down. Very nice. All right, let's take a nice deep breath in. Exhale down. Beautiful. This time we're going to inhale out to make our chest nice and open to the ceiling. We're going to inhale. Let your chin come up. Let those shoulder blades go back. And then when you exhale, just give yourself a really big hug. You can let your chin drop to your chest. And then inhale, arms wide. Chest open, chin towards the ceiling, shoulder blades coming back to each other. And as you exhale this time, cross the other arm, the one you didn't cross over the top before this time. Beautiful. Inhale again. Nice open arms. And then exhale when you're ready. Inhale. Exhale. One more time, each side, the best you can do. Nice, full, big inhale. last time. Slow and steady. Inhale a little more. Beautiful. Let's join me back down on the floor here. Whatever way is comfortable for you. If you want to do a vinyasa here, going into down dog, that's fine. I'm just going to take a nice deep breath here. Exhale. And come down. Stretch my mat up. Very nice. Let's put your hands behind your knees. Just going to slowly lower to the floor, one vertebrae at a time. So let's put your knees up and your feet flat on the floor. And you want to kind of walk your feet in as close as you're comfortable towards your bottom side here. Shoulders are tucked under, hands are flat on the mat, and we're going to breathe in and just lift your pelvis up only as high as you can. So we're going to breathe in, pelvic tilt and raise. And then lower. Again, inhale, pelvic tilt and raise. And then exhale. And this time, we're going to raise as high as you can. We're going to hold it. Okay, so let's inhale, pelvic tilt, raise it up. Tuck your shoulders under a little further if you can. We're just going to breathe here. So exhale in place. And inhale. And you want to think about those knees. You want to make sure they're not coming in too close together or splaying too far apart. You want to keep them nice and steady here. If you want to hold your wrists underneath your body, you can. If that's not working for you, don't worry about it. It's okay. You can just keep them flat on the mat. Breathing here. One more breath, raising up a little higher if you can, squeezing those glutes. And then release. Feels so good. Okay, bring your knees into your chest and just hug. And then just a little sacral massage here, just releasing. Put my hands on my knees with my fingers facing my toes. Just gonna roll. Make nice gentle circles here. And then switch directions, just really feeling how nice this is. This is another one that if you're having a day that's just been like, ugh, and we all do, and you have a moment, just grab some floor, bring those knees into your chest, and just do a little sacral massage with some steady breathing. Let's stop that motion. And let's breathe in and push your knees away. Breathe out and bring them closer. Breathe in and push away. Breathe out and bring them closer. Beautiful. Breathe in and away. In and closer. 2 more times at your own pace. Let's release your feet to the mat. I'm going to put my arms, I'm going to engage my arms on this one and just bring them up like cactus arms, but you can keep them on your hips or on your mat if you'd like, whichever feels better for you. So we're going to breathe here. And as you exhale for the first time, I want you to put your knees together and pelvic tilt. And then when you inhale, you're going to put your feet together and let your knees drop to the side. So when you exhale, and then inhale. And then exhale. Inhale. And exhale. So let's do 2 more full cycles. One more. And now just meet me in your inhale pose. Feet together, knees apart. You can bring your hands to your hips or you can let them rest on your mat. And we're just going to breathe here for a couple of breaths. And just notice your breath, the movement of your belly. If you're feeling any discomfort in your lower back or your hips on this one, you can always use your handy dandy blanket and put it underneath here to give yourself a little bit of a cushion. That's totally fine. Breathing here. We're going to be here for a couple more breaths. One more breath here. And release on the exhale. So let's stretch your legs out. Let your arms reach above your head. We're just going to inhale here and just stretch as far as you can, as if you're being gently pulled by your toes and your fingers. Nothing stressful, nothing hard, just a very gentle pull in both directions. Breathing here and releasing. Very nice. Just bring your knees up for a quick second here and just let them drop from side to side. Just a little windshield wiper action. I'm going to bring my arms up to my side, making kind of a T here. And the next time I get to the right, I'm going to let my knees stop here and just look over to the left. Just a quick, gentle twist. Just a couple of breaths. And then on your inhale, come up and go to the left. And if it's okay for you, you can look over your right fingers. If that doesn't feel great on your neck, just keep your head in a neutral position. That's fine too. Just breathing here, nice and steady. On your next inhale, bring your knees in. And let's get ready for Shavasana, our final resting pose. So you want to make sure that you are as comfortable as you can be. If you have eyeglasses on and you want to take them off, you can. If this is more comfortable to have your knees up, you can stay here. But if you're able to release all the way down, go ahead and do that, palms up. But again, whatever works for you. So if even having your hands here on your hips feels more comfortable, that's how you should do it. If you have an extra pillow or something you want to put under your knees, you can. If you don't, you can always just roll your mat up and give yourself a little extra something there if you need it. So let's just begin. We're going to just begin our Shavasana with a little intentional breath here. So I'm putting my hand on my belly to start. I'm going to breathe in for 4 and hold it, and then release for 4 and hold it. So let's begin. Breathing in, 2, 3, 4, and hold, and release, 2, 3, 4, and hold. Breathing in, 2, 3, 4, and hold, and release, 2, 3, 4, hold. One more time. Breathing in, 2, 3, 4, and hold, and release, 2, 3, 4, hold, and release all the way. Let your hands come to the mat or wherever it's comfortable for you. Let your eyes close. And just let your body start to feel settled in its space. And bring your mind's eye to your feet. And mentally tell your feet it's okay to relax. It's okay to release. Think of your calves, your shins, your knees. It's okay to release. It's okay to relax. Your thighs, your hips, your abdomen. It's okay to relax. So let go of any tension, any stress or strain you may be feeling. Your abdomen, your chest. Just release it all. It's okay. This is the moment for it all to be sent away and for each part of you to just be able to relax. There's nothing left for us to do but breathe and relax. Shoulders are just sinking into the mat. Your head. Your entire body just feels completely settled. Completely released. Released of all duties. Eyes are soft, and that beautiful beautiful crease in our forehead that holds our questions and our concerns is smooth. It's able to just be smooth. Let everything that may be concerning you or that you're holding on to just take a step away. We know it's there. It's okay to acknowledge it. Those thoughts and feelings that no longer serve you. But it's okay to send them on their way. This is the time for peace and for your body and your brain to just relax and to know a moment's rest. Release all thoughts and all feelings that no longer help you feel happy, that create tension in your body. Release them. And with each inhale, bring in a new breath of kindness. Breathing in, my body is calm. Breathing out, my mind is calm. Breathing in, my body is calm. Breathing out, my mind is calm. Breathing in, my brain is calm. Breathing out, my body is calm. Breathing in, my body is calm. Breathing out, my brain is calm. As you are breathing in and out, bring your awareness to your heartbeat. Notice the steadiness, the calmness. Bring your awareness to how your body feels. And slowly bring movement in your toes, in your hands. You can open and close your hands. And just let your body stretch in whatever way feels comfortable. Bringing your knees into your chest and gently rocking from left to right. And when you get all the way over to whichever side feels better for you, just hold there for a moment. Just one last opportunity for your body to hold all of the goodness that you cultivated today. And then when you're ready, bringing yourself up into an easy cross-legged pose. Hands to your heart center. Just pause here to consider what your intent was for class. Namaste.